Thank you for tuning in to the pre-recorded information session for the resale of 88 Wheatland Unit 2. 88 Wheatland Street was developed by the Somerville Community Corporation in 2001. This building, located in the Winter Hill neighborhood next to Foss Park, is a converted abandoned piano parts factory. Unit 2 is located on the ground floor, and amenities include central air conditioning, high ceilings, modern kitchen, numerous closets, and an in-unit washer-dryer. This unit also comes with a deeded parking space. Due to COVID-19, open houses have been canceled for public health reasons. The next several slides include photos of the living room, bedroom, bathroom, closet, kitchen, and the washer-dryer. The household that will move forward in the purchase of this unit will be able to do a walkthrough during the private home inspection. As a deed-restricted unit, applicants should be aware of certain restrictions that the buyer must agree to, outlined and formalized in a recorded affordable housing restriction. This unit must be the principal and primary residence of the buyer. Under no circumstance may this unit be rented or Airbnb'd or leased out in any other way. The compliance and monitoring team of the Housing Division will conduct annual monitoring of this unit. Other requirements include requiring written consent from the city to refinance. Also, when the household wishes to sell this unit, the city must first be notified. The city will set the resale price to ensure this unit remains affordable to households with incomes at or below 80% of the area median income at the time of the resale. This resale price set by the city is non-negotiable. To be considered for this opportunity, households must meet eligibility requirements, including income eligibility set at 80% of the area median income. Please see slide 12 for an income limits table. Household assets may not exceed $250,000, excluding restricted retirement, college, and health savings plans. Households must demonstrate in the pre-lottery application having sufficient assets to make a 3% down payment, as well as cover closing costs. The household must be a first-time homebuyer household. This means no household member can have owned a home or joint interest in property within the last 3 years. There are specific exceptions outlined in the information packet. Furthermore, a one-person household may not be a full-time student. In a two-person household, both heads of households cannot be full-time students, including PhD students. Student status is determined by the learning institution, and verification is required at the time of income certifying. Lastly, households of convenience are not allowed. Unrelated household members must provide verification of mutual residency leading up to October 28th. With the pre-lottery application, households must provide a first-time homebuyer certificate that is valid through November 25th, 2020, or verification of enrollment into a course that is scheduled to end by November 25th, 2020. Applicants must also provide a mortgage pre-approval letter that is valid through the lottery November 25th, 2020. This letter must be for a 30-year fixed mortgage. It must include an interest rate or an interest range, and the letter must be subject to credit, employment, and asset verification. Lenders that are online lenders, such as Quicken Loan to Rocket Mortgage, will not be accepted. Again, households must demonstrate having sufficient assets to cover a 3% down payment as well as closing costs. A household consists of anyone who intends to reside in the unit during the first year and may include related or unrelated and unmarried persons with a history of living together, children under 18, persons with or without income, full-time students over 18, unborn children if in the third trimester by the time of the lottery, children who reside with the applicant 183 or more days out of the year, and absent household members. This table includes maximum annual gross income limits for 1, 2, and 3-person households. The City of Somerville does not set minimum income requirements. Minimum income requirements would be established by the lender. The maximum income limit for a one-person household is $67,400 per year. For a two-person household, it is $77,000 per year. And for a three-person household, it is $86,650 per year. Again, this is annual gross income before taxes. Income is defined as all amounts, monetary or not, that go to or are received by or on behalf of any household members. Income includes any amounts anticipated within the next 12 months, as well as interest accrued off assets to which any household member has access to. It is the household's responsibility to accurately divulge all income and anticipated changes in household income. Examples of income include but are not limited to wages from a job, self-employment, unemployment earnings, Social Security and disability benefits, child support even if in arrears, compensation from one-time gigs and events, assistance from family or friends, earnings from yard sales, art sales, and fundraising campaigns such as GoFundMe, crowdsource, again, as well as any dividends and interest off assets. Assets include saving and checkings accounts, CDs, mutual funds, investment accounts, IRAs, 401ks, other retirement accounts, bonds, digital or cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin, cash apps such as Venmo, PayPal, business accounts, cash on hand, any account that holds a balance regardless if the balance is $0 in the US or abroad, as well as all joint accounts that list a household member's name. Applicants are recommended to consider the following questions to ensure that income is accurately reported in the pre-lottery application. Will a household member gain or lose employment or income source in the next 12 months? Are there expected changes in work hours? Is overtime being considered? Is there a history of raises, bonuses, commissions, or cost of living adjustments in the last 3 years? Are they expected in the next 12 months? If not, why not? What changed? Is any income seasonal, such as academic or landscaping? Is there alternative income during the off-season? Is there a busy season? Also, applicants should consider their pay frequency, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, bi-monthly, monthly, bi-weekly meaning every 2 weeks, bi-monthly meaning twice a month. Lastly, applicants should anticipate, especially those who are self-employed, anticipate whether they will be gaining or losing clients, contracts, or other income sources. Applicants can also take the following steps to ensure that income is being reported as accurately as possible in the pre-lottery application. This includes checking in with HR, an office manager, or union rep about changes in employment such as hours or raises, reviewing bank statements for deposits and transfers made in all assets, identifying the source, reason, and frequency of these deposits. Applicants may also review taxes to ensure what's reported in the taxes is the same as what's being reported in the pre-lottery application. If there are any discrepancies, these must be addressed. Applicants should also consider ending any pending income sources and anticipated changes to income in the next 12 months. Lastly, households should calculate their total monthly and annual gross income. With the pre-lottery application, applicants must submit a mortgage pre-approval letter, a first-time homebuyer certificate or verification of enrollment in a course, as discussed previously, or if applicable, preference verification. Depending on the lender, a mortgage pre-approval may also be referred to as a credit approval or a pre-qualification letter. Regardless, the mortgage pre-approval letter must cover the price of the home minus the 3% down payment or any additional down payment that's being applied. The letter must be for a 30-year fixed mortgage and include an interest rate or an interest range. The letter must be subject to credit, employment, and asset verification, and this letter must be valid through the lottery. The first-time homebuyer certificate must be valid through November 25th, 2020. The first-time homebuyer certificate and the course must be approved by the Massachusetts Housing Collaborative. Alternatively, verification of enrollment in a first-time homebuyer course could also be accepted if the course is scheduled to end by November 25th. A list of MHC-approved courses can be found on chapa.org. A preference can be given to applicants in the lottery if an applicant demonstrates living or working currently in Somerville. Both live and work preferences are co-equal. Work preference is provided to applicants working 32 hours per week or more in Somerville, or again to Somerville residents. Preference verification must be dated within 30 days of the date the complete application is submitted. Verification of Somerville residency must include a household member's name and the Somerville address. Acceptable forms of verification may include a utility bill, cell phone bill, credit card or bank statement, voter registration letter, or a current lease. Utility bills being submitted as proof of Somerville residency must have a statement date within the last 30 days, not a bill due date. Verification of employment in Somerville must include a household member's name, the employment address in Somerville, and the number of hours worked per week. Acceptable forms of verification include a pay stub, going by the period end date and not the check end date, or a letter from the employer. This letter must be on company letterhead and be signed and dated by the employer. Applicants in co-working spaces are not eligible for a Somerville work preference. If an applicant who typically works in Somerville but is not currently working in Somerville or working remotely because of COVID, this must be verified by the employer, and the other requirements still apply, that the employer still needs to verify that under normal work circumstances, they are working at a specific Somerville address 32 hours or more per week. This slide includes a sample employment verification letter. For an application to be determined complete, all adult signatures must be included in the application. Electronic signatures are accepted. All questions must be answered. Please do not leave any questions blank. If a question doesn't apply to you, please cross it out or write NA. The application must include a first-time homebuyer certificate or verification of course enrollment, a valid mortgage pre-approval letter as previously discussed, and if applicable, preference verification. Applicants failing to disclose accurate income and asset information may be denied for providing false information. They may also be found ineligible because a household does not meet income requirements. Furthermore, a household may just lose an affordable housing opportunity. The deadline to submit a complete application is 2 p.m. on Thursday, November 12th. Due to COVID-19, plan to email or fax your application. Mailed applications must be received by the application deadline, not postmarked. Applications may be emailed to inclusionary@somervillema.gov, fax to 617-591-3235, and if mailing in an application, it should be brought to the attention of the Inclusionary Housing Program and addressed to 50 Evergreen Avenue, Somerville, Massachusetts, 02145. Please review this table for important dates, deadlines, and events regarding the resale opportunity at 88 Wheatland Unit 2. The winner of the lottery will have 5 business days after the lottery to initiate the income certification by providing the following documentation: federal tax returns for 2019, 2018, and 2017, including W-2s, 1099s, and all other pages and schedules. The household must also submit the 3 most recent consecutive months of pay stubs or other income statements for the months of August to September, September to October, and October to November 2020. The Housing Division will also send the applicant an employment verification form to sign and also provide in the employer's contact information to be directly sent to the employers by the Housing Division. The household must also provide the 3 most recent consecutive months of all complete asset statements for all household members for the months of August to September, September to October, and October to November 2020. If there is a household member that does not have any income, who is an adult, or does not have any assets, they will be required to sign and notarize a no asset or a no income statement, or both. The household must provide social security cards for all household members, photo IDs for all adults, and the first-time homebuyer certificate if they have not yet done so. The household may also have to provide verification of student status, divorce or separation agreements, or verification of custody of a minor, depending on the household situation. For any additional questions, please reach out to us by dropping in during our office hours, emailing us at inclusionary@somervillema.gov, or calling us at 617-625-6600, extension 2566. Please keep in mind that staff are working remotely and cannot respond to calls in real time, but we will call you back as soon as we can. Thank you.